Hello and good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you at Yonsei University. A big thank you to Nazifa Noshin for inviting me to speak at this important seminar. My name is Umme Kulsum Koli, and I come from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I work as a psychologist, psychotherapist, and research scientist at the Orchid Psychology Research Center. I've been helping people through counseling and psychotherapy for about 27 years now. Today we're going to talk about something really important, our mental health and how it helps us grow as individuals. It's something that affects all of us, especially as students. You know, life as a student can be tough sometimes. There are lots of challenges, and it's normal to feel stressed or overwhelmed. But it's important to remember that we're not alone in this. What we'll explore today is how we can take care of our mental health and use it to develop ourselves in positive ways. I hope that by the end of this seminar, you'll feel more confident about understanding yourself and dealing with the challenges that come your way. Together, we'll learn how to build our self-esteem, become stronger mentally, and make good decisions in life. So let's get started and dive into the world of mental health and personal development. I'm really excited to share this journey with you. Okay, everyone, let's take a moment to talk about something really important in our lives, our mental health and personal development. Why are these so important, especially for us as university students? First, let's understand what mental health really means. It's not just about not being sick in our minds. It's about feeling good and strong inside our heads. It means being able to handle everyday stress, doing well in our classes and activities, and being a positive part of our community. Now, I know talking about mental health can be tough. Sometimes people feel uncomfortable discussing it. But it's really important to talk openly about how we feel. Our mental health is a big part of our overall health. Just like we take care of our bodies by eating right and exercising, we need to take care of our minds too. The World Health Organization tells us that mental health includes our emotions, our thoughts, and how we connect with others, and our spiritual life. Everything about us, like what we believe, how we feel, the way we act, what we like and don't like, all of these shape our mental health. And this isn't just something we think about when we're adults. It's important right from when we're kids, through our teenage years and into adulthood. So why does this matter so much for us as students? Well, we're at a stage in our lives where we're making big decisions, figuring out who we are, and facing a lot of pressures from studies, relationships, and figuring out our futures. If our mental health is strong, we can handle these pressures better. We can make better decisions, feel more confident, and really make the most of our time at university. Personal development goes hand in hand with mental health. It's about growing as a person, learning new skills, and understanding ourselves better. When we're mentally healthy, we're in a great place to develop personally. We can set goals, work towards them, and become the best versions of ourselves. So, as we continue with today's topic, let's keep in mind how important our mental health is. It's not just something to think about when we're feeling bad. It's something we should care about all the time, just like our physical health. It helps us grow, learn, and be successful not only here at university, but in all parts of our lives. Building on the importance of mental health, let's delve into the concept of personal development. This aspect of our lives, though often overlooked, is equally crucial in shaping who we are and who we become. Personal development is a journey that starts even before we're born and continues every single day of our lives through every stage: childhood, teenage years, adulthood, and beyond. So, what is personal development? Exactly. It's all about growing as a person. It's more than just learning new things. It's about understanding ourselves better, reaching our full potential, finding out who we really are, and making our lives better. But that's not all. Personal development also helps us in how we connect with other people, how we handle our emotions, and how we communicate. Think about it like this. Personal development is like building and improving our own personal toolkit. This toolkit helps us in all areas of life. It includes things like understanding our own feelings and those of others. That's emotional intelligence. It's about how we talk and listen, our communication skills, and it's about setting goals for ourselves and working towards achieving them. Now you might be wondering, how do I work on my personal development? Well, it's easier than you might think. The key is to keep an eye on how you're doing, stay consistent in your efforts, and take some time now and then to think about your progress. It's like taking a mental break to ask yourself, how am I doing? What have I learned? What can I do better? The most important part of personal development is reflection. It's about taking a step back and thinking about your life, your goals, and your skills. It's about asking yourself questions like, what am I good at? What do I want to improve? What do I want to achieve? This reflection helps you understand where you are now and where you want to go. So as we move through our time at university and beyond, remember that personal development is an ongoing process. It's about continually learning, growing, and becoming the best version of ourselves. It's something we all can do, and it makes a big difference in how we live our lives, interact with others, and achieve our dreams. Now we're going to explore a vital aspect of our lives that deeply influences our mental health, the nature of our relationships. Think about the relationships you have with your friends, family, and maybe a partner. These relationships are a huge part of our lives, right? They bring us joy, support, and companionship, but they also require a lot of love, care, and attention. Sometimes these relationships can be challenging and they can go through tough times. They might become toxic or stay strong, be predictable, or surprise us. One big challenge we often face is understanding what's really going wrong in these relationships. Sometimes it's hard to see the root of the problem when we don't get what's happening. We might make decisions that don't really help or even make things worse. Today, we're going to focus on how to get better at figuring out these problems. Understanding what's going wrong is the first step to solving these issues and making our relationships healthier. Now, what kind of problems do we usually face in our relationships? Well, there are quite a few. We might have misunderstandings with someone or get into conflict. Sometimes we feel upset or jealous, or maybe our pride gets in the way. These things can really hurt our relationship. But it's not just about the relationship itself. These problems can lead to serious emotional struggles. For example, if you go through a tough breakup, you might feel really sad for a long time. Or you might have mood swings, feel super anxious, or start having unhealthy eating habits. In extreme cases, these issues can be so overwhelming that people might think about hurting themselves. These emotional struggles don't just affect our minds, they can impact our bodies too. You might find yourself feeling restless all the time, having trouble sleeping, or experiencing depression and anxiety. These mental struggles can even lead to physical health problems, like high blood pressure or heart issues. Understanding how our emotions impact our relationships and our overall health is super important. It's not just about knowing how to fix a relationship problem, it's also about understanding how these issues affect our minds and bodies. When we get better at understanding our emotions and the problems in our relationships, we can make smarter decisions. We can learn to handle conflicts better, communicate more effectively, and build stronger, healthier relationships. And when our relationships are healthy, it helps our mental well-being too. Having strong, healthy relationships means having a support system. It means having people who care about us, who we can talk to when we're struggling, and who can help us see things from a different perspective. It also means learning to be that kind of support for others. So, as we go through today's discussion, let's keep in mind how all these things are connected. Our relationships, our mental well-being, and our emotional health are all part of the same picture. By understanding this connection, we can work towards having healthier relationships, a healthier mind, and a healthier life. Moving on, let's address a challenge that we all face but often struggle to manage effectively: our emotions. Emotions are a big part of what makes us human. They drive a lot of what we do and how we react to things. But when we don't have control over our emotions, they can cause problems, especially in our relationships. Think about emotions like love, affection, hope, but also anger, jealousy, and the desire for revenge. These are all natural feelings. However, when we let these emotions control us too much, things can go wrong. For example, if we're too emotional, we might lose friendships or have trouble in our family relationships. It's like letting the car you're driving go too fast without controlling the speed. It can lead to a crash. Now, let's shift gears and talk about childhood memories. Our experiences when we were kids have a huge impact on our lives. If you have happy memories, like fun times with friends or feeling loved by your family, these memories can give you strength and confidence. But if your memories are not so happy, like feeling neglected or unhappy, they can affect you in tough ways. You might find yourself facing mental challenges because of these negative memories. How we think about these memories is really important. If we only focus on the bad parts, it can make us feel down or stressed. It's like looking at an old photo album and only seeing the pictures where you were sad. But if we try to see both the good and the bad, we can learn from them and grow stronger. Lastly, let's talk about overconfidence. It's great to be confident, but there's a thin line between being confident and being overconfident. When we're overconfident, we might trust ourselves or others too much. It's like putting all your eggs in one basket and then dropping the basket. Sometimes, even the people close to us might not live up to our 100% trust, and we might make mistakes because we were too sure of ourselves or someone else. So, what can we do about all this? First, it's about being aware of our emotions and trying not to let them take over. It's like learning to drive our emotional cars safely. Then, it's about understanding our past, our childhood memories, and learning from them without letting them hold us back. And finally, it's about finding the right balance in confidence, not too little and not too much. By understanding these aspects of our lives, our emotions, our past, and our level of confidence, we can build better relationships, feel better about ourselves, and be more successful in our lives as students and beyond. Let's talk about something we all do but might not always notice: overlooking our own faults, especially in relationships. First, think about the mistakes we make with our friends, family, or partners. It's easy to see what others do wrong, right? We often point out their mistakes, but it's harder to see our own. We might forget to forgive others, or we don't think about our role in a problem. It's like only seeing one side of a story. Now, let's consider our sense of life, how we view our well-being. We often think it's someone else's job, like our partners, to make us happy, but we might not stop to think about what we should do or how we should act in a relationship. It's like expecting someone else to paint a picture of our life, but we're not giving them any colors to use. Then, there's this thing about success. We all want to be praised and succeed, right? But sometimes, we want this without really doing anything for it. We might even try to avoid taking responsibility when things go wrong or take credit for what others have done. It's like wanting to win a race without running it. Success and failure are a big part of life. How we handle our failures says a lot about us. It's important to learn that failing is normal and part of growing. It's like learning to ride a bike. You might fall off a few times, but that's how you learn. Now, Think about how often we ask why when something goes wrong. We blame others and think we did nothing wrong, but always saying, why me, and not looking at our own actions can lead to a lot of stress and unhappiness. It's like walking in circles, asking why there's no path, but not realizing we're the ones who need to make it. And then, there's our concern for others. It's great to care about people, but sometimes we spend too much time thinking about what others are doing or thinking. We might try to find faults in them or control them. It's like trying to write someone else's story, but forgetting to write our own. Most of us have tried to change someone else, maybe our parents, friends, or partners. We put a lot of effort into convincing them to be different, but it's hard to change others, right? It's like trying to move a mountain, and if we can't change just because someone tells us to, why do we expect others to change for us? So what's the takeaway from all this? It's about recognizing that we all have blind spots, especially in relationships. We need to look at ourselves, not just others. It's about understanding that we're responsible for our own happiness and actions. And it's about learning to accept others as they are, instead of trying to change them. When we start doing this, we can build healthier, happier relationships and become better versions of ourselves. Here's another topic that's really important for all of us, especially as we're becoming more independent and making our own decisions. The balance between rights and responsibilities. First off, let's think about rights. We all know about our rights, right? We're taught about them from a young age. We focus a lot on what we should get, what we're entitled to, and how we should be treated. This is important, of course, but there's another side to this coin, and that's responsibilities. Now, responsibilities are something we don't talk about as much. It's easy to focus on what others should be doing for us, but what about what we should be doing for others? It's like always looking at what's on our plate but not thinking about what we're putting on someone else's plate. Think about it like this. When we talk about my rights, we're really talking about what others owe us. But when we talk about my responsibilities, we're thinking about what we owe to others. It's a two-way street. Sometimes we might overlook the rights of others. We focus only on what we want and need, without considering what others might want and need from us. This kind of behavior is often seen in people who are a bit self-centered. It's like looking in a mirror and seeing only ourselves, not the people around us. The thing is, in any relationship, whether it's with friends, family, or classmates, there's always a balance of give and take. We can't just take, we also need to give. And that's where understanding our responsibilities comes in. It's about recognizing that just as we have rights, others have rights too. And just as others have responsibilities towards us, we have responsibilities towards them. So, why is this balance so important? Well, when we focus only on our rights, we might miss out on building strong, respectful relationships. We might become people who are hard to work with or be around because we're always expecting things from others but not giving back. On the other hand, when we understand and embrace our responsibilities, we become better friends, better students, and better members of our community. We build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. As university students, we're at a stage in our lives where we're learning to be independent and make our own decisions. Part of that is understanding not just what we're entitled to, but also what we owe to others. It's about being aware of our actions and their impact on the people around us. So, let's try to keep this balance in mind as we go about our daily lives. Let's think about not just what we want and need, but also what we can do for others. By doing this, we can create a more understanding, respectful, and caring environment for everyone. Personal life skills are very crucial for our growth and success. The World Health Organization has identified 6 key areas of life skills essential for our personal development. Understanding these can help us tackle many of the challenges we've discussed so far. First up, we have communication and interpersonal skills. Essential for how we interact with others these skills encompass more than just talking and listening. They're about sharing and understanding messages effectively. Whether we're texting, speaking, or writing, good communication is the cornerstone of building strong relationships and working effectively with people. Moving on to decision-making and problem-solving, life constantly presents us with choices and challenges. These skills are crucial for figuring out the best course of action. They involve not just understanding problems, but also thinking of solutions and taking concrete steps to address them. Next, let's explore creative thinking and critical thinking. Creative thinking pushes us to look at issues in new and unusual ways, fostering innovation and unique solutions. Conversely, critical thinking is about analyzing and evaluating information carefully. Combined, these skills empower us to approach problems effectively and find efficient solutions. Then we have self-awareness and empathy, two key components of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness involves understanding your own emotions, strengths, and weaknesses. In tandem, empathy is about feeling what others are feeling, putting yourself in their shoes. These abilities are crucial for understanding ourselves and connecting with others deeply. Now, let's delve into assertiveness and equanimity or self-control. Assertiveness involves expressing your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs in a direct yet respectful manner. Equanimity or self-control, meanwhile, refers to maintaining composure under stress. These skills are vital for managing conflicts and stressful situations effectively. Lastly, we'll discuss resilience and the ability to cope with problems. Resilience is our capacity to recover from setbacks, viewing challenges as growth opportunities. Coping skills, on the other hand, are the strategies we use to handle stressful situations and problems effectively. These abilities are essential for navigating life's ups and downs with strength and adaptability. As we dive deeper into each of these topics, remember that developing these skills equips us to solve problems, build strong relationships, and achieve our goals more effectively. In the next few slides, we'll explore each of these areas in detail, providing insights and strategies to enhance these vital life skills. Let's dive deeper into the first key area of personal development as identified by the World Health Organization: communication and interpersonal skills. These skills are the foundation of how we connect and work with others, and they're crucial in almost every aspect of our lives. Communication skills. This isn't just about talking or writing, it's about how we exchange information and ideas with others. Good communication involves clear expression, active listening, and understanding nonverbal cues like body language. It's about being able to get your point across effectively and also being able to truly understand what others are saying. Imagine you're in a group project. Effective communication means you can share your ideas clearly and listen to and understand the ideas of others. It helps avoid misunderstandings and ensures that everyone is on the same page. Interpersonal skills. These go hand in hand with communication. They're about how we interact with people on a daily basis. This includes skills like empathy, teamwork, and the ability to build and maintain relationships. It's about understanding and respecting the perspectives of others and working well together. For instance, in a university setting, you're constantly interacting with classmates, professors, and others. Good interpersonal skills help you collaborate more effectively, whether it's in a study group, in a club, or just in day-to-day interactions. But why are these skills so important? Well, think about the last time you had a misunderstanding with someone. Maybe it was because something wasn't communicated clearly, or perhaps there was a lack of empathy. Miscommunications and poor interpersonal interactions can lead to conflicts, stress, and even broken relationships. In contrast, strong communication and interpersonal skills can lead to better collaborations, more successful projects, and stronger relationships. They help you express your ideas and feelings clearly and understand those of others. They're essential for working in teams, resolving conflicts, and building a strong social network. These skills are also incredibly important for your future career. Employers highly value candidates who can communicate effectively and work well in a team. These skills can make the difference between a good employee and a great one. So, how can we improve these skills? It starts with being mindful of how we communicate and interact with others. Practice active listening. Really focus on understanding what the other person is saying, rather than just waiting for your turn to speak. Work on being clear and concise in your communication. Pay attention to non-verbal cues and body language. Remember, communication and interpersonal skills are like muscles. The more you use and develop them, the stronger they get. By improving these skills, you'll be setting yourself up for success in both your personal and professional life. Moving on to decision-making and problem-solving, these are skills that are crucial in navigating the complexities of both our personal and professional lives. Decision-making. This is all about making choices. Every day, we're faced with decisions, big and small. Some are simple, like deciding what to wear, while others are complex, like choosing a career path or resolving personal conflict. Good decision-making involves understanding the situation, weighing the pros and cons, considering the consequences, and then making an informed choice. It's not just about making decisions, but making good ones. For example, in university, you might have to decide how to balance your studies with other activities. Making informed decisions in such situations can significantly impact your academic performance and overall well-being. Problem solving. This skill is closely linked to decision-making. It's about identifying problems, analyzing them, and then coming up with effective solutions. Problem solving isn't just about finding any solution, but finding the best one. Think about a time you faced a challenge, maybe a group project where team members had conflicting ideas. Problem solving in such a scenario would involve identifying the issue, understanding everyone's viewpoints, and finding a solution that satisfies all parties involved. But why are these skills so essential? Well, life is full of uncertainties and challenges. Having strong decision-making and problem-solving skills helps us navigate these challenges effectively. It empowers us to take control of our lives and make choices that lead to positive outcomes. These skills also have a significant impact on our mental health. When we feel confident in our ability to make decisions and solve problems, we're less likely to feel stressed and overwhelmed. It gives us a sense of control and competence. Moreover, these skills are highly valued in the professional world. Employers look for individuals who can think critically, make smart decisions, and tackle problems head-on. These skills can set you apart in the job market and are essential for leadership roles. So, how can we develop these skills? It starts with practicing critical thinking. Don't accept things at face value. Question and analyze them. When faced with a decision, take your time to evaluate the options. Don't rush. When solving a problem, try to look at it from different angles and consider various solutions. And remember, learning from past experiences, both successes and failures, is a key part of honing these skills. In summary, decision-making and problem-solving are about more than just choosing or fixing things. They're about understanding situations, considering different perspectives, and making choices that lead to the best possible outcomes. Developing these skills can help you navigate life more effectively and set you up for success in your personal and professional life. Next, let's talk about creative thinking and critical thinking. These two forms of thinking, though different, are complementary and vital in our journey towards becoming well-rounded individuals. Creative thinking. This is about thinking outside the box. It involves looking at problems and situations from a fresh perspective and coming up with innovative solutions. Creative thinking is not just for artists or writers, it's a valuable skill for everyone. It's about being open to new ideas, willing to explore, and not being afraid to think differently. Imagine you are working on a project and you hit a roadblock. Creative thinking would involve brainstorming new ways to approach the problem, maybe even trying something that's never been done before. It's about allowing your imagination to run wild and seeing where it takes you. Critical thinking. On the other hand, critical thinking is about analyzing and evaluating. It's a more structured way of thinking where you carefully consider information, arguments, and ideas to form a reasoned judgment. It involves questioning assumptions, evaluating evidence, and understanding the context. Let's say you're reading a research article or listening to a news report. Critical thinking would involve assessing the credibility of the source, examining the evidence presented, and determining whether the conclusions are logically sound. It's about being an active learner rather than a passive recipient of information. So, why are these skills so important? In our rapidly changing world, being able to think creatively and critically is more important than ever. These skills enable us to solve complex problems, adapt to new situations, and come up with innovative solutions in both our personal and professional lives. Moreover, in a world filled with information, critical thinking helps us distinguish between fact and opinion, between reliable and unreliable sources. It empowers us to make informed decisions and not just accept things at face value. Creative and critical thinking are also highly valued in the workplace. Employers seek out individuals who can bring new ideas to the table and also critically evaluate them to ensure they are feasible and effective. So how can we develop these skills? To enhance creative thinking, try to expose yourself to new experiences, engage in brainstorming sessions, and don't be afraid to challenge conventional ways of thinking. To improve critical thinking, practice questioning assumptions, analyze arguments from different perspectives, and engage in discussions and debates to test your ideas. In summary, creative and critical thinking are about seeing beyond the obvious, exploring new possibilities, and rigorously evaluating ideas. These skills are key to navigating the complexities of the modern world and are essential tools in our personal and professional development toolkit. Turning to self-awareness and empathy. These are not just abstract concepts, but are fundamental in understanding ourselves and connecting with others. Self-awareness. This starts with giving ourselves time. How often do we really take time for ourselves to understand our thoughts, feelings, and desires? Often, we're so busy waiting for others or focusing on their needs that we forget to look inward. We try to see ourselves through the eyes of others, which can lead us to lose touch with who we truly are. Accepting the truth about ourselves, no matter how challenging, is crucial. It's easier to navigate life when we're not entangled in a web of lies or misconceptions. We all have limits, and it's important to recognize and accept them. This acceptance helps us stay grounded, especially in tough situations. It's also about understanding and accepting others as they are. When we stop trying to change people and instead embrace their true nature, our relationships become stronger and more genuine. This acceptance not only improves our connections with others, but also contributes to our personal growth. Developing a clear self-concept is vital. We often have misconceptions about ourselves. To truly know and understand ourselves, we need to spend time alone, away from the influence of others. By shedding stereotypes and false beliefs, we can start to believe in ourselves and our abilities. Remember, the most important person in your life is you. You're the one who will be there in times of danger, and you need to be able to rely on yourself. This means learning to accept and forgive yourself, acknowledging your failures, and understanding that not everything is under your control. Empathy. This is about understanding and sharing the feelings of others. It starts with practicing forgiveness. We all make mistakes, and holding on to grudges only entangles us in a complex web of negative emotions. By forgiving others and ourselves, we can maintain healthier relationships. Empathy involves recognizing human limitations and not always blaming ourselves or others for everything that goes wrong. To honor ourselves and others, sometimes we need to forgive significant faults. This doesn't mean ignoring wrongdoings, but rather understanding the human aspect behind actions. Empathy is also about taking responsibility for our actions. It's easy to blame others, but true growth comes from owning up to our mistakes and learning from them. Remember, we can only change ourselves, not others. A wise person identifies their faults and adapts according to the situation. In conclusion, self-awareness and empathy are about knowing yourself, accepting your truths, and understanding others. It's a journey of internal reflection and external understanding. By developing these skills, we can lead more fulfilling lives, build stronger relationships, and navigate the complexities of the world with a deeper sense of understanding and compassion. Discussing assertiveness and equanimity, or in simpler terms, self-control. These skills are vital in our interactions with others and how we handle life's challenges. Assertiveness. This is about expressing your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs in a direct, honest, and appropriate way. It means standing up for your rights and needs without infringing on the rights of others. Being assertive is not about being aggressive. It's about being respectful and clear in your communication. Imagine you're in a situation where you disagree with someone. Assertiveness is about being able to express your viewpoint confidently and calmly without getting angry or passive. It's about finding a balance between expressing your own needs and considering those of others. Equanimity or self-control. This refers to maintaining a state of psychological stability and composure even under stress or when faced with difficult situations. It's about handling pressure with calmness and not letting emotions get the better of you. For example, during exams or tight project deadlines, self-control helps you stay focused and calm, enabling you to perform at your best. It's about not letting stress or panic overwhelm you. Why are these skills so important? In our daily lives, we constantly encounter situations where we need to stand up for ourselves or stay calm under pressure. Whether it's in a group project, a challenging job interview, or a personal conflict, these skills are crucial. Assertiveness allows you to communicate your needs and opinions clearly, fostering mutual respect and understanding in your relationships. It helps in avoiding misunderstandings and builds your confidence. On the other hand, equanimity or self-control is essential for emotional well-being. It helps you remain composed, make rational decisions, and keep a clear head even in challenging situations. It's a skill that not only reduces personal stress but also positively influences those around you. So, how can we develop these skills to become more assertive? Practice expressing your thoughts and feelings openly and respectfully. Pay attention to your body language, maintain eye contact, and use a calm, clear tone of voice. To improve self-control, try techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or mindfulness. Learn to recognize your emotional triggers and practice responding, not reacting, to stressful situations. In summary, assertiveness and equanimity are about expressing yourself confidently and handling life's pressures with calmness. These skills enable us to navigate our personal and professional lives more effectively, building stronger relationships and maintaining our mental and emotional health. Finally, let's talk about resilience and the ability to cope with problems. This is our ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. It's not about avoiding problems or stress, but about facing them head-on and emerging stronger. Resilient people are able to recover from difficult situations and learn from them, rather than being overwhelmed. Imagine facing a difficult exam or a personal setback. Resilience is what helps you pick yourself up, learn from the experience, and move forward with new knowledge and strength. It's about having a can-do attitude and viewing challenges as opportunities to grow. Coping skills. These are the strategies we use to deal with stressful situations and problems. Effective coping skills help us manage our emotions, think clearly, and take constructive action. Coping can involve various techniques, from seeking support from friends and family to engaging in physical activities or practicing relaxation methods. For instance, during periods of intense study or personal challenges, having good coping skills can mean the difference between feeling overwhelmed and staying in control. It's about finding healthy ways to manage stress and not letting it take over your life. But why are these skills so important? Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. Whether it's academic pressure, relationship issues, or personal struggles, we all face difficulties. Resilience and coping skills enable us to handle these challenges effectively without losing our sense of balance and well-being. These skills are also crucial for mental health. Being resilient and having effective coping mechanisms can protect against stress-related issues and help maintain emotional stability. They're key to not just surviving, but thriving in the face of adversity. So, how can we build these skills? To develop resilience, try to maintain a positive outlook, set realistic goals, and build strong relationships. Embrace change as part of life, and view setbacks as learning experiences. To improve coping skills, identify stressors in your life, and find healthy ways to deal with them, whether it's through exercise, talking to someone, or practicing mindfulness. In summary, resilience and coping skills are about navigating life's challenges with strength and adaptability. By developing these skills, we can face difficulties with confidence, maintain our mental and emotional health, and emerge from challenges stronger and more capable. I want to talk to you about something that can truly transform your university experience and your future: goal setting. You see, goal setting begins with recognizing your own dreams. It's a powerful realization. Only you have the power to truly know and understand your own aspirations. Nobody else can comprehend your wishes and dreams the way you do, and more importantly, nobody else can make them come true for you. It's your journey, your path to carve. Think about this. What are your desires, abilities, and skills? It's crucial to align your goals with these personal attributes. Success doesn't just happen. It's a result of understanding yourself and taking deliberate steps towards your aspirations. Whether it's choosing your field of study or planning your career, this alignment is key. Now, let's talk about the importance of setting specific goals. Life can be overwhelming with its endless possibilities, but having clear, defined goals can be your guiding star. Break them down into short-term and long-term objectives. This approach gives you a roadmap for personal growth, keeping you focused and on track. Remember, your goals should reflect your desires and abilities. It's like fitting pieces of a puzzle together. If they don't match, the picture will never be complete. Jumping into a field of study or a hobby without considering your true capabilities can lead you away from the success you desire. Lastly, be wary of constantly changing targets without understanding why things didn't work out before. Learn from your mistakes, don't repeat them. Instead, use these lessons to refine your goals and strategies. So take this time at university to really understand yourself, set meaningful goals, and start building a future that resonates with who you truly are. Your dreams are waiting for you to make them a reality. So far, we have discussed some of the steps and approaches we can take, ideally in order to sort our life and develop ourselves. Now, let's talk about a question that many of us might have pondered. Why should I go to a psychologist? It's a question that carries a lot of weight, especially considering the unique challenges we all face in our lives. Firstly, it's important to acknowledge that each of our lives is distinct, and so are the problems we encounter. You might think that your issues are similar to what others experience, but the way you experience and react to them is entirely unique to you. This individuality often requires personalized solutions, something that friends or family, though well-meaning, may not always be able to provide. Many of us understand what's troubling us. You might even know what steps you should take to resolve your problems. But there's a gap. Understanding the problem is one thing, but being able to act on it effectively is another. This gap is where professional psychological help becomes invaluable. Let's address the stigma, the social and mental barriers that often discourage us from seeking help. Questions like, "Am I going crazy?" or worries about what others might think can be paralyzing. It's important to realize that going to a psychologist doesn't mean you are mentally ill or crazy. It means you're taking a step towards understanding your mental health better. Psychologists and therapists are trained to help you navigate through your problems. They provide a safe, confidential space where you can open up without the fear of judgment. Their expertise lies in understanding human behavior and mental processes, which means they can offer insights and strategies that are tailored to your unique situation. Now let's talk about why this is so crucial. In our lives, we face a multitude of challenges: personal, professional, academic. Sometimes these challenges can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. A psychologist can help you untangle these complex emotions and guide you towards a path of healing and growth. Think of a psychologist as a guide in your journey of self-discovery and improvement. They help you identify patterns in your thoughts and behaviors that may be holding you back. They work with you to develop coping strategies, improve your relationships, and enhance your overall well-being. Another aspect to consider is the role of a psychologist in overcoming failures and guiding you towards success. Whether it's dealing with academic pressures, relationship issues, or career uncertainties, a psychologist can provide the support and guidance needed to navigate these challenges effectively. It's also about empowerment. By working with a psychologist, you gain tools and skills that not only help you deal with current issues, but also prepare you for future challenges. You learn about resilience, emotional regulation, and effective communication, skills that are invaluable in all areas of life. In conclusion, going to a psychologist is a step towards understanding and improving yourself. It's about getting personalized solutions for your unique challenges. It's a courageous act of self-care that can lead to profound changes in your life. So, if you're facing difficulties and feel like you're stuck, consider reaching out to a psychologist. It's a decision that can open the door to a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life. As we conclude this seminar, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for your active participation and thoughtful engagement throughout this seminar. We've journeyed through the crucial aspects of mental health and personal development, and I sincerely hope that the insights and strategies we've discussed will serve you well as you continue your journey at Yonsei University and in life. It's important to remember that understanding ourselves, setting personal goals, and seeking support when necessary are critical steps toward a fulfilling and successful future. I trust that you'll carry these lessons with you and apply them in your daily lives, helping you grow, overcome challenges, and achieve your aspirations. I'd also like to extend my deepest thanks once again to Nazifa Notion for inviting me to this wonderful seminar. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be here with you all at Yonsei University. In closing, I wish each of you the very best in your academic and personal endeavors. May your journey be filled with growth, resilience, and success. Continue to nurture your mental health, cherish your dreams, and never hesitate to reach out for guidance and support. Farewell and take good care of yourselves. Thank you and best wishes on your journey ahead. This is Kulsum Koli, signing off with gratitude and hope for your bright futures.